Hi everyone. So we're going to do some seated upper body work here with a focus on what it feels like to resist rotation and what it feels like to move into rotation. So this area of the body, the thoracic area, the rib cage area, is really important. We want to have rotation. It massages all of our organs. It's important for our gait. And when we have some really nice healthy rotation through this area, it helps keep our shoulders nice and safe and injury-free. And it also helps the lower back and the hips. Now, we're also going to move up and we're going to add the neck and the head because everything is connected and affects each other. So what you're going to need is a flex band. This is a medium band, a green band. And I am trying to do this, not like you're in a Pilates studio and you have all this fancy equipment to work with, but you're at home. And so what we can do is use the door. So you have this knot. Preferably this knot goes in the hinge side of the door, but you can also put it where the door closes. This is not an ideal door because it opens towards me, right? So if you can find a door that is going to open inwards, that's even better. So just make sure when you put this in, check it so that that door isn't going to come flying open, okay? So I just have a folding chair here. You can use any dining room chair. It's better if it is, flat surface, nothing too squishy cushy. That is the technical word. And this is going to go basically at shoulder height. So you're going to figure out where that is, stick the knot through, don't stick your fingers in there, and close the door and make sure it's closed, okay? So good luck to me. So positioning your body. Alignment is a zip code, not an exact address. So I'm gonna, kind of guide you where to go, but if something doesn't feel good to you, kind of move around to find what does, okay? So we want our feet to be about, a little bit closer in than our hips and more towards the edge of the chair so that you can really find your, what we call sits bones. You can rock back and forth in those little bones. And then there's a sense of lift from the bottom all the way up towards the belly button, nice and deep inside. And then as you grow taller, the further up you get from the chair, see if you can find some breath, some softness, some lightness, okay? So I like to wrap my hands so then I don't have to have a death grip on the band. And the first movement is to pull back. And as you are pulling back, can you stay wide through your front and your back? Sometimes we get into this and we want to do this arching or our shoulders round. So see if you can find the middle, and then you're just going to return the arms back. And a lovely pull. Now my fingers are straight with my thumbs kind of grabbing a little bit. I'm actually going to make fists. I like that a bit better. And we pull. Now breath. Breath is a tool and not a rule. So you could inhale, see what that feels like. And you could exhale and see what that feels like. You could also just let your breath breathe and make sure you're not holding your breath. We're going to do 8 of these, and I've lost count, so how about one more? Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to resist the rotation. So we're going to pull the arms back. Let your right arm come forward, but keep yourself in the middle and pull back. And then the left and pull back. So one side is feeling quite strong and the other side has to be nice and light. Can you feel the difference? So you're not allowing yourself to rotate. You're keeping yourself facing straight forward. One more each arm. Last one. Now we're going to go with the rotation, but let's just bring the arms forward and take a little break. Okay, here we go. So, sitting nice and tall, but that doesn't mean rigid. So see if you can find the middle, find yourself nice and wide through the front and the back. You're gonna pull the arms back. Now, I'm gonna take my left one forward, and I want to rotate. So I'm going to pull my right arm back, okay? But I'm gonna turn my head a little bit to the left. And then I'm going to switch sides. And use your focus. Go ahead and see everything that's in front of you. Like, just take your gaze across. Okay? Now, if we were walking, we wouldn't necessarily turn our head. Maybe we would if we saw something, interesting, right? And we wouldn't want to fall over. So this is a nice practice because we're seated. It's very safe to see, can I keep this going? Can I have this rotation in my spine? Feel my ribs rotating around. And can I turn my head? Little turn of the head, but keep the focus, keep the focus. Let's do one more, each way. And then bring everything back, just one more time to just sit nice and tall. And return, and just flexing forward. Give yourself some breath here. That was a lot of hard work. Take a breath in, breathe into your back. And then go ahead and roll yourself up. Now I'm gonna give you a little extra challenge, and it has to do with your legs. So you just wanna make sure you're on a surface where you can, slide a little bit, okay? So I'm not someone who I usually love people wearing socks, unless it's very cold. We're in Pittsburgh. I really enjoy bare feet, but having a pair of socks might help you slide a little bit more for this. And you're seated, so it's safe. All right, so you are going to pull the arms back. You're gonna let your left arm come forward. This time we're gonna keep our gaze forward, okay? And then from here, you're gonna slide your right leg forward and your left leg back. Did you get all that? So our left arm is forward, right arm is back. We have that beautiful spiraling, and we've got that right leg going forward and the left leg back. Can we switch? Can we switch? And you're staying right in the middle. You're just rotating around your axis here. And we switch. And we switch. Let's do 4 more. Here we go, little switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Bring everything back to the center. Let everything release and rest. Okay, so I'm gonna add one more thing for our legs, which is a little bit of the gait patterning, okay? So I think, why don't we just lose the band for a moment and place the hands on the thighs, because we're actually going to have our hands create a little resistance. So this is our little grand finale, yeah? So pressing into your thighs. You're gonna go ahead and lift your right heel up and then place it back down. Left leg. Now your hands resisting as that heel lifts. Resist and lower. Resist and lower. You're your own little, what were they called? Nautilus machines. Lift and lower. Let's do 4 more. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Last one. Lift, lower, and rest. Excellent job. Little resist rotation and rotate, and a little upper body work to work on some gait patterning and basically just body connections and awareness.